Hey, so let's take a look at some comic books I bought down in North Myrtle Beach. This would have been my March. I try to go at the end of every month, and whatever I've saved I use. But unfortunately, March was also Easter, and you don't want to go anywhere near Myrtle Beach between Good Friday and Easter. And even that week I went, I was like, oh, I forgot. The week before and after Easter is pretty busy, especially the week before Easter. So let's take a look at what I got. Now, some of this stuff was in the dollar bin, but some of it was not for once. I know you're like, what? You got non-dollar stuff? Right, oh daddy-o, I sure did. All right, let me try to rearrange some of them because I know that they're not in the right place. I've already been through some of these. I've already made some single ones. I tried doing a live video, but my gosh, it's too bloody hot in the sun, too cold in the shade, it's windy. Yeah, that didn't come out to be too well. Is it better to go down like this? I don't know. Super Sons or Sinister Sons by Peter J. Tomasi, I thought was going to be great. I don't know. The art was horrible, and I've already read this one. So I was like, yeah, that was a waste. But it was like $5. Oh, I didn't put my glasses back on. $3.99. So I paid full price for this one. Well, that sticker price. All right, here's some more that I got because I'm really interested in finding out about like the next generation of superheroes, like Arania, Marvel Next, things like that. And Marvel Next are the MC2 universe. So I don't know how it's all connected, but I thought this would be a very interesting. I got 1 through 3. You know, I've gotten a few more, like verse 4. They're out of order. 5. And then I got number 11. So there's quite a jump between 5 and 11. I need to still fill that gap in, but I got all the ones he had that I didn't have. So I have 1 through 5 and number 11 now in my collection. And then when I was trying to go ahead and I was at $100 bill and I wanted to spend it all, I was trying to find something. I was like, you know what? I should go through the, the complete series. He's got like a box full of complete series. And I was like, oh, here's something I've been interested in. I love Xena. And this is Xena the Warrior Princess versus Callisto, 1 through 3 complete. Here's the third. And of course, there's a second on the inside. I do a separate video already of these. So if you want to see that video, it'll eventually come out. All right, now let's go to the dollar stuff. Now, this was, these are the dollar comics. I'm just going to grab chunks and watch my time because I don't want to go over 10 minutes because I know that's my attention span. All right, so I may try like sitting them up like next time. I don't know. All right, this is a series that I had all of them at one time, but I gave them all away. When I moved here, I got rid of like over half my collection to people here. Yeah, people here. Friends I have from here. Just because I don't have room for everything, and if it didn't fit in the cardboard boxes, I had a certain like range of stuff to keep. Now we've cleared out some stuff, thankfully. My dad's finally let go of some crap and we cleaned things up, tidied it up. And once you tidy things up, you have room for stuff. Young Blood Battalion, there's only 2 issues in this series. I know that a lot of the 90s stuff is kind of redundant, but it's still stuff that I had back in the 90s that I would like to finally get around to reading. Back in the 90s, I was trying to keep up with the new amazing Image stuff, thinking that, oh my gosh, if I buy this now, then I'm going to be a millionaire one day, and it's in the dollar bin. They look so fresh, different, amazing. They were going to put Marvel and DC out of business. Yeah, well, we know now that it didn't happen, but you can't tell me when I was in my 20s what to expect in the future. I was like, no, this is the future, man. But I still would like to read them. All right, so I did get a nice big chunk of Justice Society of America. I think I've read like 1 through 38. Fantastic. Jeff Johns writes it. The art is good normally, and I got rid of a lot of those thinking, well, I'll never complete the run, and here I am trying to complete the run. So I did get a nice chunk from, it's a continuous run too, so I just need to fill in from like 38, I think is where it is, to 60. So I got 60, and I'll double up the bags on these eventually. 61. I always loved Justice Society. When I was a kid, I found out that Justice League was not the first group of superheroes, like, the Super Friends. I found out Justice Society was way back. That was my dad's superheroes, basically. I thought it was so cool. And at first, I was like, well, they got the same Superman, it looked like. Same Batman, same Wonder Woman, but their Green Lantern was completely different. And they had other heroes like Sandman. And we got our man. We got the dad who was in the original. We got the son. And if you watch the what is it called? Stargirl series, this was a great character. And we got the robot. So I'm looking forward to reading those. I'm very excited about it. But I'd really like to go through and read them from, beginning to the end. Keep on going. Time to Die. So this is Obsidian. It's a very thick issue. Where I've got 2 comic books together or something. It just feels like it's got 2 comic books in it almost. All right, 67. That's like Lois Lane on the thing, but it's actually what's his name? Elongated Man's wife, Sue Dibney. This is a fantastic cover right here. Very looks Alex Ross looking. If it's not Alex Ross, I don't know. And I think Alex Ross did do a lot of the covers. Another incredibly beautiful art. But the stories are really good in these as well. I always like how they play back to the originals. We got Adam Smasher, the original Adam, and versus the new Adam Smasher. 72. We got that guy again. He's a jerk. He was a World War II dude. And it also had the Fawcett heroes, like him in there, which kind of makes sense. These were awesome covers. It had to be Alex Ross. If that's not Alex Ross, I don't know what is. I'm seriously. These covers are just amazing. Look at that logo too. It gives me a very World War II vibe, or that Bugle Boy from Company. I don't know why I'm feeling that song in my head, seeing that logo. And these started to seem like all these covers were focused on one character each. I wonder if they went to more like a classified story, or more of a story that focused on just one person at a time. Now here's where when she shuffled the comics, put them here. I should have unshuffled them, but all right. So I do have more Quasars. There's only like 3 though. But I tried to find some Quasars, and yeah, they found some. Guest starring Squadron Supreme. Oh, I want to read this one now. Comic books back then got me excited to read them. Comic books now, it's like, do I really want to stick my foot on that bomb right there? I don't know. It's just like, maybe I'm old, and it's like, I remember when I was a kid, I would hear old people like, that modern music ain't got the same soul. Give me that old time rock and roll. And now I am one of those old people. So, but to be honest, I just think old comic books are better. Squadron Supreme. Loved the Squadron Supreme. So Quasar with his, I would love to have hair like that. I would love to have hair, period, now. But I always was like, that was the kind of hair I would want. I can't believe I never read any Quasars back in the day. Captain Atom, I definitely read. He had a bunch of Captain Atoms, and I'm like going, do I really want to go back and recollect those? They're not as good as I thought they were. I read the first few, and I was like, I remember liking Captain Atom in the 70s, probably because I was still forming my personality. And if this is the same as the 70s, it's just, I don't know. I've read numbers 1 through quite a few of the first ones, and they just seem very bland. They're not. When he was in the Justice League Europe, he was the serious, straight-laced guy with all the crazies around him, kind of like Batman, and he just seemed too serious. Now, the comic book, it's almost like you stripped all the funny out and it's left with that. And maybe it's just the first few issues. Maybe they started getting more interesting. Let me know if you found out from reading on your own that they do get better, or maybe they just stay bland. Or maybe that's what people just liked. It's not my thing though. The Adventures of Superman, Child's Play. So Adventures of Superman, before the New 52, they had some very interesting concepts in it. Like they brought back the Kryptonians. I've read a few of those. He had not a son, but somebody he adopted who was Kryptonian. He had a watch that, the kid had a watch on that kept him from, it had like some kind of element or something. It kept him from becoming a superhero, basically. It kept him in check. And I don't know if this is what this is about. I don't remember what issues those were, but I did read some of those back then. Well, not back then, but more recently. But anyway. But they had some really good concepts, and I think that's what kind of gave people the idea that, well, we want Superman to become a dad, because he makes a great dad to that one refugee from Krypton. Let's do a few more, and then I'll cap it off, and we'll do another video for those of me, like me, who have attention spans, of the smallest caliber. Man, I'm getting thirsty too. Maybe I should go get a drink. All right, Team Youngblood. They had Youngblood, which was kind of like the Avengers of an image. Definitely getting dry. All right, I love Bad Rock. He was a great action figure. Yeah, I'm definitely getting too dry. And I think his name was Sentinel or Spartan or something. He was a pretty cool action figure. So hey, thanks for watching. I'll get a drink, and it's a great time to finish this one. I'll see you in the next one.